Yes.
Okay. We have Derek Weissenen. Weissenen,
Is
okay.
he here?
No, Derek, I don't think Derek's here. He's coaching a soccer game for his kids. He didn't know if he'd make it or not.
Okay.
He lives over on Bayview.
Yeah, I could speak for him a little bit. He was raised in my territory, right in the middle, down.
Do you want to make a motion for him?
Huh?
Do you want to make a motion for him?
Yeah, I make a motion.
I'll second that motion, buddy.
All right, I have a motion by Councilman Ormsby, second by Councilman Martin to appoint Derek Weissenen to the Property Maintenance Appeals Board, term to expire June 23rd, 2029.
Anyways, what did you say about him? Sorry.
He talked about John Wiseman, Ms. Gann, worked for the state of Michigan, as a county. But his, I don't know exactly the department, but this young fella, when he was just getting his driver's license, ran into the ditch and ran my fence over. And so I said, hey, it's not a big deal, but I want you to come back on Saturday and help me put it back up. And he was there and he worked to take care of the situation, so that to me is a class act.
All right.
Thanks.
He has a good resume.
All right. Roll call on that, please.
Mallory,
Yes.
Turra,
Oh, sorry.
Meyer. Ormsby,
Yes.
Garland,
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
All right. Motion passed on all three. Thank you for volunteering for that. Appreciate that. We have the Property Maintenance Code. This is discussion only we have a public hearing set for July 14th
That's right in.
for that. So,
I will take care of that if you don't mind.
yeah, go for it.
Our property maintenance code is generated by a international code council, and then we just make modifications to make it work. You guys approved this, I believe, last summer. One of the things we would like to do is tighten up how the appeals occur. So how does the appeal get to the board you guys just made appointments to? So it's some simple language to say, if a code enforcement person makes a decision, you have 20 days from that decision to appeal. It is listed like that, but we tightened up the language a little bit, so just to make sure we don't have any issues. So that, you'll have a public hearing at the next meeting, and then you'll vote on making that change.
Anything else for anyone? Okay. We have a public hearing on the same day for the planned reuse overlay.
Last night, we had a planning commission meeting, and the property, the old Bremen building down there on Huron Street, individuals would like to use that property as a vet clinic. They'd like to move their office from over here by the bridge to down there. Our code, zoning code, shows that in a B1 where the property is down here on Huron Street, that it does not allow a veterinarian clinic or medical clinic or anything of the sort to be in a B1.
There are.
Exactly. There are many places that are B1 or B2 zone that have medical clinics or vet clinics in it. And it seems like in the past, they never had them go through any special use permit or anything else. So we could try to, and again, let's see how you guys do compared to the planning commission. I could rezone that property, but that would be illegal spot zoning.
Spot zoning, yeah.
So we couldn't do that. I could go back and modify the zoning ordinance. So we'd have to go through the whole process to modify the zoning ordinance to allow for vet clinics in B1 as a special or permitted use. Or we could use that planned use overlay like we use for the armory.
Yes.
And where they buyer or the says that, hey, this is what I plan on using it, and if it makes sense, then you guys would approve it. Planning Commission made that recommendation for you guys to look at this and to approve allowing the veterinarian clinic there with 2 conditions. The 2 conditions are is there's no outdoor kennels or no outdoor runs. When a veterinary clinic is allowed somewhere in the city, it's allowed as a special use, and as a special use, those are the 2 conditions of the special use. So this was the best way to handle the situation. I have no idea, if you look at our zoning map, it looks like, whether you want to, some of you may remember Good and Plenty candies, multiple colors, or Skittles. It looks like somebody just closed their eyes and threw Skittles at the map. So I think this is the best way to straighten it out for now. We have the draft of the zoning code is done. Minor changes, and then it'll go to planning commission, and in there also is a new map for the master plan too, which you guys already approved. So I think we're correcting a lot of the mistakes we found. I got a little white binder, that's my zoning code. I keep pages in the front. Every time I notice something's wrong, I write it in there. So I keep track. And I think we've got everything, and this is another one that says why we already have in B1 and B2. We already have vet clinics or doctor's offices. If you think about down there where Raymond Building is, you go, there's a vacant lot right next door. Yeah, Dr. Legion. All right, then you got their clinic down here across the bridge is B1, and it's there. So don't know why. I don't know if it was a mission when they did the zoning code before, and there should have been an S and a P in those 2, special use and permitted use. In B1 and B2 for medical offices and vet, don't know why, but that's the only thing I can assume. So I'm trying to make the best, figure out the best way possible to handle the situation without doing something illegal or doing something that's not right. This is the best way that I've found to do it, to take care of it now and not have them wait until you guys approve the new zoning.
So can you do a plan for use overlay over 2 properties? That's right next door.
I'm not gonna touch that one right now because when the new zoning code goes through, everything's good.
Take that over.
It's good, but we'll change in the code
Can't grandfather it
in
anyways.
B1 and B2 to allow a medical clinic, or doctor's office, and a vet to be special use in certain districts where it's not listed. So just by me putting an S or a P in the new table in the new zoning code, straightens that problem out. But if they didn't move from there to there, then the issue would be they can't find a place here in town. They've got to either move out of town. They're going to have another doctor. They got 2 doctors coming in, and another doctor that might be a surgeon coming in. So I think it's going to be a great thing. Good economic development project for us. For a building, you got to think that's sat vacant for, I don't know, for 5 years at least. You would probably know better than anybody.
I'd say about that,
Yeah, because I know it was vacant when I got here, so I know it's been 5 years, for sure.
Not much
I know that there's definitely a need for more veterinarians because some of them, and 2 or 3 of them that I know of in our area won't take room.
No.
I guess in people's terms, clients.
Yeah.
And they don't take the clients, and so our veterinary availability is terrible.
So,
It's just really hard to get to the old office. It's super hard.
and then that's another thing, they got a parking conflict with DNR, where some of their people park in DNR's lot, and DNR does, you know. So I think overall, I think this is gonna be a great project for the city. We've worked with them, Denny was very patient with us, where I was like, okay, you're presenting me with one of those things, I need time to think on it. Can I talk to you tomorrow or the next day? You gotta give me some time to think. So I had to sit in my office and read the zoning book to figure out how best handle it, looking at the old book, new maps, things like that. But like I said, I think this is a good, equitable solution for this, where we don't do anything illegal.
And having gone to that clinic for quite a few years with my animals, parking is a nightmare there, and you do have to park in DNR if you want to get into, you know, your appointment on time, and they have definitely outgrown that building.
Okay, I'll move on to, city manager's report.
I gotta take a drink of water. All right, we're working on another thing that came in, which I haven't done here in the state of Michigan in the 5 years I've been here. We got an application to potentially have a company who wants to install broadband fiber in the city. It's a pretty comprehensive application process, review process. So Jason, Carmel, myself, Alyssa's been involved to try to figure out, okay, how do we do this as a city? Does our ordinance work for us? Found a few things that conflict between our ordinance and the state law, so I gotta figure all that out. Good news, the Horowitz case that we had, the first one was dismissed by the judge. Second one, where he was appealing the decision of the Board of Zoning Appeals, he failed to file his briefs necessary for that case. The judge dismissed that case. So both of those cases are over with him. The Children's Trail project, staff had a meeting with the architect and contractor. I could not be there because I was trying to finish up the budget. We're moving along real well. It will be done by October, the late October deadline. It looks like we have $17,000 on the grant to spend. What I would like to do is, you have the upper Children's Trail, you have the lower fishing trail. They don't connect on the south end, so we're getting down towards the dam. So I'm looking for a way, there's two possible ways to connect those. One is to revitalize those stairs on the far south side. Other is to convert, there's kind of an open area that goes from the upper trail down to the lower, and put a path in there. I'm exploring both options. I'm gonna get some quotes for that and see where it comes. I may need to come to council to put a little money towards it to make that happen. I'm guessing maybe another, say $10,000, so maybe, upwards of $30,000 would take care of that. I just don't think it's right that if you get all the way down to the one end, you have to go all the way back to get down below. You should be able to walk a loop all the way around, so I'm working on that.
You can, but it's dangerous.
Also, there's already a footpath from people that park
Yes.
up above and walk down to the,
Correct.
it's already,
Not that I say that I've ever used that to go fishing or anything, but
I supervised fishermen a week ago to help them out.
all right, Gordon Turner Park, there is, I don't know what to call it. Is it a wooden fort? It's a huge wooden monstrosity that's down there right now. We have some concerns about some of the footings as well as some of the pillars that support that. We're looking to whether do we reconstruct it, do we remove it, and if we remove it, okay, what are we gonna put in there? So we're in the process of looking at that and possibly getting some, exploring grants to do that. We're also looking at adding a pavilion at the park, working with a Boy Scout who's interested in taking that on as his Boy Scout project. So Chris Bauer from the city's been working with them to do that. Also, we're looking at adding a paved walkway and some benches. Somebody's interested in donating some benches. So if you come off the parking lot, there's a little bit of green area before you hit the sand. We're looking at putting a little concrete in there with a couple benches, so people who who cannot walk across the sand could actually sit there. If they want to put their feet in the sand or whatever, or people coming off the beach can sit down, dust the sand off their shoes, put their shoes on. So we're looking, or other people who just want to sit there and eat their lunch. So we're exploring that option, and again, we may have some grant money to defray that. Wonderful car show this weekend. Wonderful pirate adventure went on. Downtown was kicking. Only thing, if you drive down Main Street, I don't know if anybody's noticed, it looks horrible. I don't know how to say it. Polly does a fantastic job of promoting the downtown, doing things, flowers, banners. Our DPW cleans it. Our parks, take the trash out, and people in the car show decided they were going to light their tires up and down Main Street. I've been fighting with this for I don't know how long. I've been in the parade, we walked around, told people, hey, don't light them up. We got it down to the 1 year where we had one. This year, it's terrible. So one of the things is I asked the staff to explore options to get that gone. Because here you come to this beautiful downtown and then you see skid marks all over. It's ridiculous. I understand, and I haven't confirmed, maybe, has Mary Ann called you?
Yes.
Okay, so the organizer of the event has talked to the chief. I have not had a chance to meet with the chief yet, but we're gonna look to see how we can get that up. And we're gonna explore the option of whether they're going to pay for it or help pay for it to get that done, because we're gonna have to bring in staff on odd hours. I can't send them out during the day to try to power wash the road. Just ain't gonna work. We'd have too many issues. So we're gonna get together. I'm gonna have the chief involved with the junior chiefs to say, hey, look, how are we gonna deal with this? Because if we can't stop it, then I may have to pull the plug on the parade. Not that I wanna do that. I know it's a major fundraiser. Not only does it look bad, it's really, really dangerous. When they're lighting the tires up, one of those tires goes, it could cause some serious damage and kill people. They could lose control of their car. It could be, I understand it's fun, I sound like an old man, but again, it's one of those things that we have to address. Paper plan issue, attorney for Mr. Homko has reached out to our attorney and has had some general conversations, and they said they would like to work with the city to figure out a solution. What that entails, I don't know. I have to get together with our attorney sometime this week. We're also going to meet with the State Land Bank and other agencies about the future of the site because, again, we've got that hydro facility there. So we're going to meet with state and federal agencies to see what they're going to do about that to make sure that that continues to function the way it should be. FEMA, our money, we're drawing down on the money. We have to, we gave a deadline by the end of the month for all the trees down. I think all the trees are down. There may be one that might have been missed. We got to double check that. Most of the invoices are in. We're processing and paying those invoices. And I have to get with Don Daly to make sure that the giant monstrosity of a chipper will be out at our dump sometime next week and start chipping all that brush up. So it's good. We will not have to pay money back. I may have to add a little bit of money to keep that chipper there for a full day because I think I got money enough to support it for 3.5 days. And I want to run it to the 4 days and then have them remove it. So whatever they can chip, we're going to get done. And that is all I have, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you very much. City clerk comments. All right, I'll open public comments. If anyone has anything they'd like to say, you can stand, state your name, and you have 3 minutes.
I'd like to add one thing. I'm also serving on the county, we're updating the county master plan. I don't know if anybody's seen the survey. The survey's out. If you get a chance, fill it out. We can keep it open for another month. We've had over 700 people fill out the survey, but we'd like to get more. NIMCOG is doing this for us and overseeing it. It's been quite a process. The county is at beta to do it every 5 years, and that's what they're doing. The recreational plan is also out for review or survey, so if you get a chance, fill out that survey. It's on the county's website. So, thank you.
Thank you. And you don't have to stand if you don't want, that's fine.
Okay, you talked to me into that. We had a car accident on 113 of 25 on Mackinac Avenue going 100 miles an hour, my husband's first seizure. And he had a condition that we didn't know he had at the time. And our lives have been a living hell since then, for 17 months. Joe has had 24 seizures and brain damage. I am his only caregiver. Joe needs constant care. From the end of January 22nd to March 12th of 22nd, Joe was in and out of the U of M hospital. He had open heart surgery that finally gave him the oxygen he was lacking. On April 22nd, 2026, I was taking care of Joe, keeping the house and yard neat and clean as I normally do, and trying to normalize his life so he had some kind of normalcy. And I was walking my dog on Northwestern Avenue, down where Yak is, and I fell into a hole of asphalt and severely broke my leg and severely hurt this one. I just got my cast off last week. Fortunately, I did not have to have surgery, but I was bedbound for 8 weeks. I couldn't do my grafts because he didn't have clearance from U of M to do that. He was out in the driveway for 2 weeks trying to get that more going, even though he could have jeopardized his health. When the police were going back and forth and did not once stop to say, hey, do you need a hand? Is there something I can do for you? I know you people have had a whole lot going on in the last 17 months. Anybody in the police and fire and ambulance should know that by now. And where am I? So I just began driving last week. And after 8 weeks of not being able to drive, he missed many appointments. And doggone that hole for being there. There's a lot of holes on that road, and all I wanted to do was walk my dog. Instead, I got my leg broken for 8 weeks. I had to have home health come in because he couldn't take care of me at the time, and now he's able to take care of me, and my cast is off. But Joe has spent 2 weeks working on that more in our driveway, and no one stopped to see if we needed any help, as we do for many other people. It's called kindness. Joe wasn't clear to do what he was doing, and enough people lived down our road, but no one stopped to see if we needed any help. And I was, finally, you are supposed to take care of the roads, and yet I had to break my leg, confining me to bed for 8 weeks. We've never had a problem with blight, so we were over surprised to get one for our grass, which we were trying desperately for him to fix against doctor's orders. Nobody would help us. We called landscapers who said, oh, we'll call you with phone numbers. Never heard a word. And then we get Saturday, this blight order dated June 15th, that we have now only 4 days to get our grass mowed, which had already been mowed once by our stepson, and we bought a weed whip, which we couldn't afford, and he finally got the lawnmower going, got it cut once, and boom, it died in the middle. It's dead again.
I'm sorry to cut you up.
That's okay.
I mean, we have a 3-minute time limit. I don't know if there's anything final you want to add to that. Although
Fix the roads and ask if people need help if you see all parts of their lawnmower all over the place because they can't get it fixed, and I can't drive him anywhere to get it fixed too.
I'll have a comment on that after public comments, okay?
I'm done.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Any other public comments? Yes.
Just cold.
Yeah.
First and important to me, I want to say thank you to the water lines, everybody that put in any effort to do. I was included in that. I know sometimes the paperwork is harder